Hey guys, welcome back. I am today going to talk about how I got started myself in bodybuilding. I got actually some emails regarding this, so that's why I'm going to touch on the topic because that's what you guys wanted to hear. So, like I said, if you watched my previous video, I got engaged in the fitness industry when I moved out to California. In high school and all through college, and when I moved out to California after college, I was a significant party animal, so definitely a party girl. I like to have fun, stay out late, drinking, and all of those things. So there was a point in my life kind of where I was hanging out with the wrong people. That was when I was living in California. I was really partying. I was trying to do my job as a physician assistant, and it just wasn't really working. I remember there was a specific time I went to work and I was super hungover and I was probably still feeling it. And I remember walking, and this was kind of a turning point for me, walking in, and we had surgery that day, and scrubbed in, and I got in there and I just was like, what am I doing? Like, I have like my people's lives are in my hands and I am not in the zone and I shouldn't be here. And I told my doctor, I need to go home. I don't feel good. I left. So that was a big turning point for me. Like, what am I doing with my life? Hanging out with the wrong people. I'm not progressing. I'm not growing up. I have a professional job that I need to take seriously. So that was a big eye opener for me. And then, I started getting more just to drinking on the weekend, not during the week. It happened, but I was getting everything back on track. But then there came a point where I felt for me was really my turning point and kind of my rock bottom, and it was a blessing in disguise. So I actually got a DUI in California. So long ago now, but yeah, that was, a small town girl in Indiana. You can kind of get out of things like that. Los Angeles, like, it was a big deal, very scary. I don't have a really crazy story. I mean, I was literally a block away from home. There was nothing exciting. I got pulled over, and but that was, huge for me. That was, I think, my rock bottom. Not where I wanted to be going. And so it was really after that took place that I decided with my trainer I was going to start training for a show. I needed a goal. I needed to be focused. So that's kind of how I initially got engaged. I needed a change. I needed to do something different. And so that's how I did. So I looked at shows, and I picked the Grand Prix in April, I believe, of 2013, I said. So when I really started training for that was the first time I had completely eliminated alcohol. For me, that was a big deal. I'm a party girl. I like to go out and have fun and stay out late. So that was the first time I completely took it out. I mean, you can't drink while you're prepping. So for 3 months, 12 weeks, I didn't drink. And it was awesome, actually. I mean, I still went out, but I wasn't drinking. I wasn't waking up hungover. I got my workouts and I felt great. So that was really kind of a cool experience for me to take it completely out. And I actually did have fun. I mean, there were nights that I, clearly wasn't drinking, so I didn't want to stay out till 3 a.m. I wanted to go home at, midnight or before, because I had to get up and train. But that, I found throughout doing that, I really didn't miss it. I felt a lot better. My body felt better. I was socially hanging out with different people. Made it easier as well. But kind of that was a huge, another huge shift for me, because I kind of relied on alcohol. I used it as a crutch, socially and, dating wise, and just in situations that you're uncomfortable and you're able to have a drink or two and loosen up. And you know, I'd always done that. So that was the first time I completely took it out of my life, and I really enjoyed it. Now after bodybuilding, my bodybuilding competition, you know, I did drink, but not to the extent that I had before. So I still drink. I still drink now, but I go longer periods without doing it. And when I'm doing it, I don't do it as much excess, because I literally would rather not be hungover, and I want to get up in the morning, go to the gym, feel good about myself. So for me, one of the reasons I continue competing is it's just really good for me. I do better when I am competing and when I'm focused in all aspects of my life. I'm so focused when I'm competing that just I excel in other things. I excel in my business, I excel in my work and my relationship with my family and my husband and my friends. It keeps me driven. I feel so much better that just having that drive, determination, something to work towards. I really need that in my life. When I'm not competing on an off season, sometimes it's a struggle for me to get to the gym, and the motivation just isn't there. It's easy to eat bad. It's easy to drink, maybe during the week, or on the weekend in excess. And sometimes I struggle with that on off season. So for me, that's one of the reasons I continue competing, because it's just really good for me. It makes me a better person. It makes me more focused just in everything that I do. It's an extreme sport, so it's not healthy for everyone. Even for me, sometimes, you know, when I'm done competing, I have to mentally, you know, get used to the fact that my body, how it was, is not how it's going to be for the next, you know, 6, 8, 10 months. Because I'm on off season, I'm not going through extreme training. I'm not in a calorie deficit. I need to be healthy. I need to gain some healthy weight back. So body image wise, it's a struggle for me. After I compete, to really get in that mindset of I still look good, I'm still healthy, I'm still training hard, even with that weight added to me. I'm short, just barely 5'2". I'm not even 5'2". So when you add 5-10 pounds on a 5'2" build, you can really tell. So my clothes fit differently, I feel differently, I have got more fat on my body with my muscles, so sometimes I feel fluffy even though I'm not. Mentally it's a struggle for me to work through that off season, but I get there. I take longer off seasons. Some people compete all year. I pick 2 or 3 shows. I do those per the year and I'm done, and then I don't pick it up again until 10 to 12 months later. This off season was exactly 10 months, and I haven't been on stage since June of last year. So by the time I get on stage, it'll have been over a year. So that's kind of me in a nutshell with why I really started competing, why I continue to compete, and kind of the struggles I have after competing. Open to answering any questions about that. I'm sure there's a lot of things I didn't touch on, but that was one of the questions. I actually had 2 emails specifically why I started competing and why I continue to compete. So that's really what I wanted to touch on today. So keep emailing me. I want to know what you guys want to hear. I think maybe next segment I'll try to touch on some nutrition. I did have some questions and emails about my personal struggles with eating, so I'm definitely gonna, that's huge, I said it before, but I'm gonna definitely touch on that in another segment. So stay tuned. Probably next up I'll do nutrition. I'll throw in a workout video. You've seen a lot of shoulders coming from me because I'm training shoulders twice a week right now. So the next one I actually filmed will be another shoulder workout, but that's a really good one. All the information will be below the workout in the text. So if you want to do it, jot it down, print it off, tell me how you like it. And I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you have a good week.